In our ordinary language, we can have different meanings of the same word, and we have the ability also to distinguish between the different meanings of the same word, and we can use in different contexts, just like the word barber. Okay, in our previous video we saw that the word barber, it can refer to the individual class also, it can refer to the conceptual class also. Okay, so there are different classes of meaning. Okay, there are different classes of meaning, and if we try to equalize, okay, if we try to equalize, or if we try to use interchangeably, or if we substitute the word, then it is going to lead to a mistake, that is a categorical mistake. Okay, where the name and the meaning, okay, when the name and the meaning, they are used interchangeably, or if they are equalized, or if the meaning is dissolved. Okay, if we try to substitute the name with the meaning, or the meaning with the name, so it leads to a categorical mistake. Okay, so in maths we actually make a categorical mistake. Okay, and it is very easy to create such logical paradoxes, because in maths there is no context, and the name and the meaning, it is equalized, it is substituted, it is used interchangeably, and therefore it leads to a logical self contradiction. Okay, so in this video we will study through a sentence that how it is easy to create such logical paradoxes, how it is easy to create such logical self contradictory statement. So consider one example of statement. So this statement is false. Okay, this statement is false. In this statement, this this word, if this is referring to any other statement, if it is pointing to any other statement, so this is meaningful. This holds the meaning. This statement is false. It holds the meaning when this is referring to any other statement. But if this is pointing to the same statement, okay, if this is pointing to this statement only, then it is logically self-contradictory. Okay, and Gödel's proof constructs such self-referring statement, and it is achieved by equating naming with meaning. Over here, consider two statements. This statement is false. Okay, so this statement is false. In this is pointing to the second statement. That is, the statement is true. The meaning of this in the first statement is the second statement. Okay, the second statement is the meaning of the word raised in the first statement, and the meaning of the second statement is what, that it is true. Fine. So over here, apart from the meaning, apart from the meaning of these two statements are the truth condition of both the statements. So let's understand whether the statements are consistent or not. So see, if I say true, statement is true. If I say, let's assume that it is false. Okay, let's assume that the statement is true. This statement is false. So if this statement is false, so yes, first statement is saying that it is false. Okay, so in this case, both the statements are consistent. Okay, and let's say if the first statement is false. Okay, if the first statement is false, so it is false to say that it is false. Okay, this statement is false. It's false. Okay, it is false to say that it is false. That means second statement is true, right? So again, in this case also, both the statements are consistent. Okay, so there won't be any problem if we distinguish between the meaning of the statement and truth of the statement. The problem is created if the referring statement, okay, the referring statement, if it is substituted in the referred statement. Okay, so the statement is true. Okay, this statement, the statement is true. Okay, this is pointed by this word. So if this complete statement, okay, if this complete statement, if it is substituted over here, this, okay, if it is substituted over here, we get complex statement. The statement is true, statement is false. Okay, this complete I have substituted over here. This. So in this complex statement, we can see the statement is true. This is subject of the statement. Okay, this is subject of the statement. Now, as per the meaning of the statement, okay, the meaning of the statement is what? That it is false. Okay, the meaning of the statement, this complex statement that has been formed, its meaning says, the meaning is what? This statement is true, statement is false. So, as per the meaning, it is false. So, when the meaning is false, statement is true. Okay, when the meaning of the statement is false, okay, then the statement is true. But if the meaning has to be true, okay, if the meaning has to be true of the statement, then the statement has to be false. Okay, if the meaning has to be true, then the statement has to be false. So we are in conflict. We are in conflict between the meaning of the statement and the truth of the statement. So by substituting this referred object, okay, by substituting this referred object, we have done a categorical mistake. Okay, the referred object is been substituted over here. So this is one kind of mistake, that is categorical mistake. And so by doing this categorical mistake, okay, by committing this categorical mistake, we actually create a logically self-contradictory statement. In our next video, we'll study more about the logical mistakes and categorical mistakes. Thank you.